go. Welcome to the next session of, I think I've just called this campaign the Traveling Troupe, which makes sense. At the end of last session, I believe you guys, found and dealt with a very big, very angry spirit of like water and ice that was supposedly in old times the guardian of like essentially the river, but also Crimden by extension because it exists alongside the river. Um, and what you found, or like while a group of you were distracting the creature, the other two, I believe, uh, Thandor and Flynn, uh,
Yes.
spent the time trying to save your own familiars and also figure out what the fuck is going on. Um, at which point you found two things. Nearby the shrine that the spirit remains at, there was the dead body of a wizard. They had the uniform of a wizard, but it didn't seem like they had any accolades. Um, but you did see the dead body of a wizard with like water pressure holes through their body, supposedly from the spirit. And you also saw an egg-like structure made of completely water that was uh, within the shrine itself, and a number of runes that were preventing access to spirits around that shrine. But once you were able to remove those runes with quick thinking of Flynn and Thandor, and ensure the safety of the egg to the spirit, it did calm down and it did heal. I think it helped Flynn heal. Uh, Ivan, I'm pretty sure, was injured. Um,
Yes.
and now you're kind of just chilling in the forest. I believe you're making your way back to the village. Um, but before we head back, I just wanted to just remind myself of something. There was the dead body of the wizard. What are you doing with that? I think it was the dead body of the
So,
wizard and the silver iron like cage.
Uh, we can't really do much with
I
the
thought
cage. It's too heavy for right now.
Hmm.
I
Um,
thought I thought it was like a either or situation. I thought it was like we either take back the cage or the dead body because it's so
Is
wet.
Jack lagging out for
Yeah, it's a
everyone or
cage.
just me?
yeah, no, Jack's
Yeah.
taken out.
Okay.
Oh,
I was like, oh, is it
interesting.
my internet? No, no, it's Jack.
You were like super spotty, but then when you said interesting, you were fine again. But if you're talking now, we can't hear you
You
at all.
know.
Oh, yeah, you're just cutting out a lot.
Ooh.
Uh, so Jack's been killed by the spirit.
True.
Sounds about
I think
right.
in terms of the cage and the body, you can take both. It will just take a long time to take the cage itself because the cage is quite heavy.
Isn't it also like what midnight, 1 a.m. right now?
Yes. Yeah, you are well into the night. I'm gonna
I think
guess that
try
Jack's
and take.
Wi-Fi just died.
Yeah, I think so.
That was me leaving and rejoining.
Oh,
However,
I
it
see.
doesn't
Oh,
seem to have fixed, and so I'm now
oh,
going to move my phone. So I'll be back in like less than a minute.
okay. Um, and so if the body shouldn't be too difficult to take, so we could drag that back and just leave the cage because we can't really do both easily
Hmm.
in a normal amount of time.
Okie dokie. Um, I'll assume that one of you pick it up.
Uh,
Hello.
Hello, I'm back and I'm here to vehemently object against that course of action. Um,
Oh, so okay.
Team Cage, I believe we should take a cage back because we can investigate cage with town members. However, bringing back a corpse may not only
wary the villagers of us bringing back corpses, but also if there are people in the village who are aware of this and they know that we are onto their malfeasance in the forest, they may be on higher alert and it may be harder to track them down later. So I think leave body here. If it is choice between cage and body, I say take cage. If we can take both, I think both would be preferable. But I do think that cage is a better priority than body.
Isn't the cage also like a bit of a ways out from here?
I thought
No,
we took cage
it
with
is
us.
pretty close by.
It's
It
pretty
is,
close.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You
All right.
weren't too far from it, because the
Well,
spirit noticed it by your feet, which is why it was pissed off at you to begin with.
Well, how about we drag the body back to where the cage is, and then if the cage is a bit too heavy to take everything back, then we'll leave them there for now. I don't know. We don't want to be out too long. It is night time and the weather's still a bit shit.
I do agree we should be heading back like right now, but it's just a matter of what/if we take back with us. The body is already dead. There is not much we can do. If the body was alive, we would obviously save the person. However, they are dead. So I think the cage has better utility to us.
Alright, that's fair.
You
Let's
see
lock the
Rosalind
cage
pop
and let's
in.
give it a go.
Rosalind will quickly pop in and just be like, I would, at the very least, prefer to bury the body somewhere, just so, or, we don't, it's quite late.
That was the other thing. If we were going to bury the body, we would want to bury it away from the spirits that it tried to attack. I would reckon.
Yes.
That'd probably been a bit friendlier to the spirit.
Yes. I agree with you. We
returning
shouldn't take it
tomorrow.
into the village, but I feel like we should at least carry it to some distance and bury it somewhere.
I do agree. Does anyone here have the tools for burying right now? Does anyone have a shovel with which you dig a pit?
I do.
Never mind. I was
So
supposed to be
We
sassy.
came with one.
I imagine we came with like a trowel, not like a full-on shovel.
No, Rosalind's got like a fat backpack on it. Like
Never
it's not
mind.
like a full-on shovel, but it is enough for
Okay,
Rosalind
that's
at
fine.
least.
Yeah, probably just have like a
Well,
little teeny tiny garden fork.
I understand that your time is quite important with setting up for your performance. So if you bring the mushrooms back to my dad, I can deal with the burial stuff outside the village with the Mara, and you see Mara like nods.
Excellent.
Much appreciated.
I
Seems fair.
the cage just seems like a bigger task, and I know at least we only need one person to carry the body.
But
Well,
of course,
if the cage is on the way back, we'll give it a shot, and if it's too much to carry back in decent time, we'll leave it and come back tomorrow.
yes, that is. I do think we should be. I know I said a while ago we should camp. We should not camp. It is bad out here.
Yes.
Let's set off.
Right. Cool. I'll say Mara will grab the body, and you will as you're like making your way back. Rosalind again, just in the lead. You do pass by the cage. I'm gonna say to determine if you can take this back with you. I'll say I want all of you to make a strength check, and you
Okay.
want like your added total to hit a 15. Actually, no, I'm gonna say a 20 for this.
I'm adding a D6 to this, guys.
I'm adding a D4 to this, guys.
That's a 4.
Huh. I'm adding a D6 to this, so really?
That's a 1. Is
Okay.
it possible?
5.
Everyone 5.
So can we just roll a 15 on a D6?
Uh-huh. Absolutely.
Could
Okay.
I attempt to magic up some like rope to like wrap around to get a better grip around it?
Yeah. I'll say roll your magic dice.
My magic dice. That's 3 as well.
3. So that was.
So we're on a 8. We're on
8
8
plus
now.
whatever Kevin got.
8
Yeah.
plus 2.
10.
10.
So halfway there.
Halfway there. Okay, since you're halfway there, I'll give you the option. you can take this back with you now, but you will get back, like, I'll say it's around 2 a.m. now. You will be getting back around, uh, I'll say, with lifting this thing, 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
At that
And
point, the sun's like coming up.
yeah, and
Yeah,
you
it is not
and
worth.
there will be a cost to doing that, which I will
Yeah, I think
specify later.
I'm fucking tired.
we can come back to this. I think bed is more important.
Yeah, it's sleepy time.
Cool.
I do believe it is time to hit the sack.
Amazing. I won't bore you with the details. You are able to make it back safely, and Rosalind and Mara do just hang back to bury the body. You make it back to the Waterside Inn, where the rest of your crew are currently fast asleep. I think actually, I'd say one of them is awake, just waiting for you. Who do we have?
Who is it? We can invent a new one. Who's the insomniac in the troop?
You know what? Fair enough. Yeah, give me one.
Oh, me? Oh no, I was volunteering someone
Yeah.
else. Oh, who would it be? One of the actors will have Jezebel Gracely. She is a goat person and is quite old.
Cool.
Even her horns are wrinkled and they're very, very, very curly.
I don't like the phrase wrinkled horns. I
Yeah,
appreciate
that's
that.
kind of
That's
gross.
what
It's
she has.
like,
Well, that's what she has. Look,
What-
I didn't make the NPC. This is just how
what
Jezebel
I
is.
think-
what is the
I
Freud
think you
thing?
did.
A crumpled giraffe? That's what it reminded me of.
Well, that's on you. That is Freudian. Freud would have a field day for that. Look, this is just how Jezebel Gracely is, guys. You can't get mad at me for it.
Yeah.
So you walk in the door and you see, like, by the bar, because this is like a bar slash inn. You see just Jezebel just kind of not like fully awake, just kind of doing the head nodding thing, trying to stay awake. And she's like, "Oh, you're back."
Jezebel, we have 1 week ahead of us. You should be getting sleep.
Well, you hadn't returned yet, so I had to make sure.
Oh, Jezebel, did you wait up all for us?
Jezebel, you are a doll.
There was no need. You are too kind. But please, look after yourself. You'll need sleep.
Yes, I do. Well, are you all right?
Yes, we have helped out the villagers. We have gotten the mushrooms, which should hopefully help with the illness that is sweeping this village. But it is nothing to worry about.
Oh, yes. I overheard. I know you helped the three people when we first arrived. But I was talking to I forgot his name, the medicine man. Braylon. Braylon.
Raylan,
And he mentioned that Ivan, no, sorry, not Ivan, Irvine might be affected as well. But it was. He didn't go into too much detail about it. It seems Irvine wanted to keep it private.
well, that is grave news indeed. But if he wishes to keep it private, we shall respect his privacy. Maybe I will try and broach the subject with him over the course of the week.
Of course, of course. Okay, I will go to bed now.
But of course, please rest up. Sleep in tomorrow. Wait, no, we start very early. So power nap.
You get. She can have an extra half an hour. Come on, she deserves it.
I'll negotiate down to 20 minutes. I'm cutting. I would say 15. You would say 25. We would agree on 20. We're just saying 20.
I don't think I said. All right. I'm not gonna bother arguing with you.
Correct.
I've done more shows with less sleep. I can figure it out.
That you have, and you've been excellent in all of them, Jezebel. I look forward to it.
Okay, yeah, Jezebel kind of trails off towards her own room and nods off as I guess everyone else does too. Is there anything that people want to do before they go to bed?
No,
No, I'm tired and wounded. I
I'm,
crash.
I'm EP.
Cool,
I'm
cool,
fed up
cool.
of having to watch Ivan get wounded, so I will also crash.
Nice. Well then, you all have a very nice night's sleep, and you are not exhausted when you wake up.
Woo!
Yeah. Oh, so back.
All in a night's work.
All in a night's work. You wake up. A couple of your crew did wake up a bit earlier than you, just because you guys were a bit more tired. But you do wake up at like the time you wanted. There's like a breakfast prepared for you guys in the inn, and you can kind of get on with your day. Uh, I'm gonna say if with this new day, is there anything specific that people want to do? Otherwise, we can do the whole performance check situation. I can go over that again.
I think I do want to seek out Irvine because well, now I'm extra curious about he potentially being sick, but also I for the mechanical part of the day, I'm definitely taking it easier because I'm wounded. So I'll probably just be rewriting the final draft of the script because I've negotiated with Thandor that I'm not allowed to make any changes to the script 5 days before the show. So seeing as we have 6 days, this is my final day. I'm going to get it done, and then I'll make my peace with it. And if Irvine could help me with that, I'd appreciate it as an ex-writer / producer himself.
So, but before you head off, I'll just be like, boss, is anything you want me to do today? Shall I try and go and get that cage, or do you want to prioritize setting up?
Oh no, the show must go on. It is very important. Oh, maybe it'll be a great prop. Oh, Flynn, you're a genius. Flynn, get the cage.
All right. May I take Fandor with me? I'm not
Yes,
strong.
take whoever you need. We did not set up efficiently yesterday, so we must finish setting up. But yes, make sure you get the cage. Great prop. Great. It'll be great. Oh, I've got an idea. I'll work it into the script somehow. It'll be genius. The Act 3 payoff will be glorious. All right.
It's just
Well,
all right.
I had
yes,
planned
just
to
make
go
sure-
to the market stalls to see some people, but I can pick up a cage and come back.
Yes. Just as long as we are set up
I
at the
guess.
end of the day,
Ivan.
it's fine. Do whatever you wish.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks. Fandor, will you join me?
Yeah.
Cool.
I
I'm gonna
suppose.
say briefly before we go off on our different groups.
Of course.
Uh, I guess as a whole, because with the whole performance check thing, you have generally a goal for the day.
Hmm.
So I wonder what your goal overarching for the day is. I think the day previous is when you were trying to set up the foundations of your like stage,
Yes.
which didn't fully succeed, but like you do have the beginnings of it.
Then I think it should definitely be finishing that off. And I don't know if this is too cheeky, but I'd like to, because you know how we're allowed to do things to like aid in roles,
Yeah.
to aid in roles. If I could set the groundwork for aiding in an acting role later by having the final draft of the script, I'd like to do that today, if that's possible. Setting up for a future day, potentially. Like how Milo helped with the stage and he identified what wood could be reused and what wood would need to be like replaced, and that's going to help with the setting up check. If I could do the script stuff so that on a future script role I could get a benefit.
Oh yeah, Milo.
Yes.
Wait, was he a group hallucination? I've not seen him in a while.
Who is Milo?
All right. I
Is
don't
he the
know.
group?
I thought I
He's
remember a
picking
fellow
people.
named Milo. Maybe I'm
The only
just
thing I remember is a bird named Cribbins and a badger, I think, named Felix or something.
I mean, that checks. I remember those names struck a bell.
No, it was a frog, and it was called Francis. There we go. Frog called Francis, and pigeon named Cribbinses, and a weird old gnome.
I said,
Was that Milo?
actually, I think the frog
so.
was both Gribbenses and Francis. No, Francis was the boy.
Yeah, Francis was the little boy that he was like, oh, Francis.
There was a boy called Francis, but I swear he named one of his little spirit things Francis, so he could just keep going, oh, Francis!
I think he might have renamed Cribbence's because the pigeon was
Oh,
Conrad.
Yeah.
no, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. That's something of. Never mind.
There we go. Actually, well, to be fair, none of that actually happened. So,
Oh yeah, good point. Was Milo a hallucination then?
um, I guess you'll have to figure it out.
I guess we're going.
Alright. He was
But
spirit.
yeah, Flynn, drop everything. We need to get to the bottom of this Milo mystery, okay?
Yeah, I thought about that.
Ask
What the fuck?
everyone in town if they know a Milo, or a Conrad, or a Francis, or a Cribbence's.
Yo, if we get the cage, that's gonna be that'll be my top priority.
Before the cage, before breakfast.
Before cage. Alright, calm yourself.
For legal reasons, this is a bit. Cage is absolutely priority, and then.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's good. Just make sure.
The bit has been gotten, the bit has been received.
Okay, good, excellent.
Or is receiving your bits, Jack.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. Good to hear it. Also, not check. Ivan, how dare you?
Sorry.
I'm gonna
This is all
say-
in character.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, as the two of you, Flynn and Thandor, like break back off into the woods. I'm gonna say, Ivan, you can't actually find Irvine around the town,
What?
and I
No.
don't believe you know where he lives.
Doesn't he live in a little cottage off by himself?
Okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
that's
You
that.
do know that, so you.
I was gonna say, everyone. Yeah, I thought we knew it.
I don't remember if I told you or not, but yes.
I'm almost certain you did.
Yeah,
I'm sure
no,
it was
no,
fine.
no, I probably did. I just forgot.
I remember that being said.
Yeah. Cool. So you do know where he lives, so you're able
Yeah.
to get to where he lives.
Excellent.
Cool. So do you kind of get to the old cottage, and I'll say as you kind of get closer to it, it does look very stereotypical, like haunted house type thing, like on the edge of the city. The trees around it are kind of like not dead, but they definitely have fewer leaves than the rest of the trees you've seen around. And partially you're sure that it might just be because Irvine has a thrill for the theatrics, so living on the edge of town in a creepy house would just be fun to him.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna say as you kind of get within the vicinity of the of the building, you feel like almost calmer, like a bit more at peace.
Ooh.
And you kind of walk up to the door, slightly broken in like some points, like cracks in the door, but not like anything that would make it unusable, and it's still secure. And you give it a good old knock, unless there's anything else you want to do. But
I think I'd like to play along with Vine's theatrics. So if I can do like a little bit of magic to like make the like a bunch of winds, like make the like door creak, make the wind like trees rustle, like that kind of thing. Maybe have like a tree scratch from the windows, kind of thing. I want to just play along with the theatrics.
I'm gonna say roll a presence check, and then add your
Happily.
magic dice.
Happily, this is the best I can roll.
Woo.
6, 6, 4,
Jesus.
16 plus 2, 12, 16?
16.
No, 18.
18.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
So I think as like wind starts to like billow around you, you cause more leaves to fall off the trees nearby. So you just add more to the aesthetic.
Yeah, excellent.
It's just like it is just like oddly quiet, the whistling of wind as it like moves around like the trees and like bits of rock, and also just like this one like is it they're wind chimes, I think that's just the name of them. Like wind chimes are like very eerily like kind of go off every so often, slightly rhythmic, but there's some like something unsettling about them where it's like kind of offbeat at some points. Yeah, but you make it to the door and you add to theatrics, and almost feel like the light around you just kind of dims slightly.
Excellent. I remain not only calm but thrilled now. I'm like, hell yeah, this is just like old times. This is the fun and games we used to play. And then I'll just kind of knock on the door and patiently wait for probably a couple of minutes. Really, it seems like I'm imagining like a rather big house, like dilapidated, but like a manor house kind of thing.
I think somewhere between like a cottage and a manor house. So it's not like too big, but not too small either.
Yeah, cool.
You're waiting there for like a minute,
Mhm.
and then like another minute goes by, and another minute, and there's no response.
Irvine, are you home? I wish to speak with you, if you are well.
Another like minute goes by, and you get to the point of like wondering if Irvine is actually in his house.
Is the door unlocked?
As you push the door, it does open.
I'm gonna. It's not snooping. I'm just looking for him. So I'm just gonna open the door. I like be like, Irvine, the door is unlocked. Is everything okay in here? And I will kind of let myself in. Again, calling out, making sure that he knows that I'm entering the house now.
You kind of enter the house, but like as you're kind of calling out, there's still no response to any of your like shouts and yells.
I'm just gonna kind of wander about the house, just kind of poking my head in rooms, heading up to what I would imagine. Yeah, I'm just gonna put my head in rooms. I don't really have I'll just check out to see if I do spot him anywhere.
As you like go through like the various doors on the ground floor, because there is a staircase kind of going up. There are like a couple rooms down here. You open one of the doors and it kind of leads to a kitchen area, and then like the door to the left of that, and there's also a door in the kitchen that would you imagine just goes to the dining area, so you can kind of see that. And then there's also like a study down here. All of which you see like the counters and the tops, they're all kind of covered in dust. Some of the chairs have like things draped across them. The kitchen doesn't really it does have utensils, but all of them have just kind of a layer of dust on top of them, and there's no real like food in here. It's very very limited. So you see like you see bits of things that don't really go off and kind of like last a long time. But you don't see anything like super fresh in here.
Can I roll some kind of like magic check or just some kind of check to see if this is like a glamour he's doing to like keep adding to the effect of like, ooh, spooky haunted house aesthetic? Like if he's like, again, playing like a prolonged prank on me, or if this is like, this house has not been lived in recently due to all the dust and stuff.
Roll a. I'm gonna say for this is gonna be a wit check, difficulty of 4, and you can add your magic dice to it as well.
Excellent. That is 5.
5. You don't really feel like there is magic here.
Right. Okay.
In fact, you don't really feel like there's like you don't feel like there's magic anywhere near here.
Interesting. So I've checked out the downstairs. That's where the kitchen, study, dining room was, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna head. Ooh, do I check? Do I root through his study? No, I'm still being friendly. I want to look upstairs first.
Cool. So you kind of, as you kind of take that first step, you do then hear behind you, oh, hello, Ivan.
Ah, Irvine, there you are. And I'll just immediately turn around and greet who I assume is Irvine.
Yes, you do see Irvine behind you.
Ah,
Hello.
apologies. Your door was open. I let myself in. Are you? I was worried if something had gone wrong. Is everything okay?
No, I just had some things I needed to tend to in the morning. I apologize for not being here. How can I help you?
Oh well, I was just hoping. I know you were very generous yesterday. So I do not wish to impose upon you. Especially if you have things you still need to do. But our show is upcoming this week, and I would really like your eye over some of the scripts. I'm not quite fully happy with them yet. I just want to, to really make sure that this is the best show I can provide, and I would love your expertise and opinions on matters.
Yes, of course I can help.
But only I do not wish to intrude. Only if it is perfectly amenable to you. I do not wish to impose.
Yes, I don't. I took care of all of the business I really had today, so I'm free to helping. Are you feeling all right?
Yes. Am I feeling alright?
Yeah.
Yes. I had yesterday. I was a little bit under the weather, but today I feel fit as fiddle.
Right. Yes. Okay. Yes. I wanted to talk to you and Sandor about some stuff later anyway, so this provides a good opportunity. I will just I've not used it in a while, but we can go to my study and figure stuff out in there if that works with you.
But of course, that would be my pleasure.
Well then, right this way. And Irvine will just kind of take you to the study that you have already seen.
Excellent. I will ooh and ah like it's the first time I've been in here. Oh, I love what you've done with the desk. Oh, it is. Oh, is that real mahogany?
Well, the villagers would like me to believe so, but I'm not so sure about that.
Do you know? Do you know what they're like?
Yes. Well, I had a quick question for you before we start.
Ask away.
How is the troop doing?
Oh, Irvine, I do not wish to hurt your ego, but it is flourishing even in your absence. It is going remarkably brilliant. I don't know if you've heard of any of our previous shows, but it is full houses as far as the eye can see. It's breathtaking, amazing, gorgeous.
Well, I don't actually know. I can't decide between
Cunning?
presence or cunning.
I'd love it for it to be presence, but I think cunning makes slightly more sense.
Yeah,
Or composure.
I'll say you can
Like
choose between
keeping.
cunning and composure.
Okay, I'll choose composure. And there's no chance I could act this, right? Hiding intentions, lying.
I'm gonna say in most scenarios you would, but with Irvine you can't.
That's fair. That's fair.
Ah. God.
That is an 8.
An
Ooh.
8. Okay, let me roll that for Irvine as well.
Yeah.
What is Irvine's dice for this? So
That's probably like 1d4 or something, I think.
Christ.
Ooh.
I
Oh, wait,
see.
Really wrong.
Well, I mean, I asked since
Fuck!
I hadn't really heard about many of your shows. I'm honestly surprised you took the invitation to perform here. It's not a very well known stop in the Empire.
No,
Oh,
but it
sorry.
is good to see you again.
Yeah, it's a good, yes. I mean, what has it been? Has it been more than a year at this point?
It's been nearly 3, I believe.
Time really does fly.
It can get away from you, yes.
It's very hard. Without all the buzz and buzz of our performances, I really have lost a grasp of the days. Everything feels
Do not
very
worry.
similar here.
That I can only imagine. But hopefully our little troop can breathe life back into it, and it can remind you of the good old days of when you are a performer on stage, but you'll be a performer from the audience.
Yes, I do have.
But of course,
I would love to come and help whenever I can. I have like bits of business I need to deal with the village, but besides that, I very rarely have a busy day.
Yes, of course. And as I said, you are more than welcome to stick your fingerprints all over the production asset. As I said, I'm already asking you for help on the script, and if you do wish to poke your head in as we are setting up, you are more than welcome to. Our theater is your theater, quite literally in this case.
Okay, well that's yes. So, what were your questions about the script?
Well, and I will just dive into like specifics.
Yeah.
I wish for Leok not to be too likable. He is villain. He is controlling spirits, but he has too much rakish charisma. Maybe it is because I am playing him. Oh, who can say? However, he must be villainized.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that this conversation kind of ensues.
Yes.
I'll say since you're trying to reduce the difficulty of a future performance check.
Mhm.
So we'll still make the roll now. So let's make.
Yeah.
I'll say. Here it can be any. Honestly, any social check is fine for this one.
Okay.
You're trying to beat. I think I'm gonna say a 7.
Okay. And is this one of those checks where if I make it now, I can't make it later, or is this because it's a aiding check, it doesn't apply that same rule?
Because it's an aiding check, it doesn't apply that same rule.
Excellent. I'll roll presence because I wish to make Leok. I wish to affect how Leok is perceived. So with 3d6, I roll out. Oop, I missed the tray. That's already a 9 plus 3. That's 12.
12.
Nice.
Okay, so I will note it down, but I encourage you to note it down as well.
Yes, I am doing.
I'll say in the future, when you do a performance check that relies on presence, you can reduce that one by 1.
Oh, excellent.
Or
Just.
either reduce the DC by 1 or give yourself a +1 bonus. Both
Yeah,
are the
okay.
same thing.
Yeah, but one makes it look cooler.
Cool. As you kind of delve into this conversation, I'm gonna move back to the other two who are making their way. Are you guys just trying to like retrace your steps? Are you gonna ask for help?
We should probably go find oh god, what's their name again? I'm terrible.
Rosalind and Mara.
Yeah, Rosalind.
Rosalind and Mark.
Good, Kevin.
Yes, you swing by Braylon and Rosalind is there. She's like, hi. How did you guys sleep?
I'm pretty good actually. Yeah. Definitely needed it after last night.
Yes,
Like a lot.
Yes, I think Mara's still fast asleep, so at least one person's indulging.
Yeah, God, I don't blame her. If I didn't have to set up this troop, I'd be right there with her. Now we just wanted. Are you busy at all today?
I'll be helping my dad later with the dayline mushrooms, but I've got nothing to do this morning.
Would you be able? We were gonna go and collect the cage. Do you think you could help us find our way again? Because I'm worried about getting lost in those woods.
Yes.
Especially with potential rogue wizards out there.
Yes, of course. Yes, I can help you with that. I would recommend bringing some sort of carriage, but with the amount of rain last night, I can't imagine that's going to be easy to drag.
Yeah.
Do you think you guys will be able to lift it?
I can try what I did with you, Thandor, and make a little magical platform to bring it over.
Quite possibly.
Ooh, yes, I would love to see more
Or
magic.
do we have anyone at the you know more of the people at the troop? Do we have anyone who's really strong that'll help us carry this thing?
Not really in the village. I would say.
No, I was like back of the troop. Do we have anyone that's like
Oh,
real?
back of the troop.
Yeah, I was asking Thandor.
Ooh, you'll definitely have someone. Also, I'll give you the opportunity. Either
Yes.
of you can make another one of your troop members.
Yes, there's a Michael. Turns out it's not going to deadlift 800 pounds. Michael is going to deadlift 800 pounds. You know, the big buff man.
Oh yeah, of course, just the big buff human man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe I
You know
forgot
the
about him.
man.
He's the one. He's the one with the medium length, shaggy gray hair, right?
He's the one that Ivan typecast as playing the big dumb like goon to assist the villain in everything because he likes it and he thinks it's funny, and he's real good at it.
I, f- I, f-
But
I feel like you said that. This is Rosa. I feel like you said that with the intention of being like he's not just the big dumb goon though.
yeah,
But you didn't really continue.
we and we are now using him as the big goon.
he is the big goon.
Hey, everyone's got a job in the troop.
Well, yes. Well, I mean, I can take you there if you want to bring this Michael with us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's go grab
I'll
Michael, and then if you could give us a hand, that'd be great. Thank you.
Cool. I mean, I think she just goes with you to like where the troop, like I think the troop at this point will be hanging around the actual like job site.
Yeah.
So you see Michael who is continuing the work from yesterday and like moving pieces of wood and stuff to like either out of the way of the stage or like to the stage.
Oh, instrumental builder. We're gonna take him. Take him all.
Well, we won't be
Stage
long,
building.
probably.
Yeah.
I hope.
We used the cage to prop up the stage.
No, I think Ivan wants to use it as a prop. I don't know how it's going to be used as a prop, but you know Ivan. He'll find
really
some
should have.
use for it.
We should have questioned it further before we just went and did it for him. But he's
Yeah.
gone now. So.
Yeah,
Michael.
it's fine. Well, I want to look at it
Come over
anyway,
here.
but
Put down that Orwell George book. Come here.
Oh,
Um,
hi. Oh, you called for me?
yes. Ivan wants us to go pick up a prop, and it is quite heavy, and
All
well, the
right.
two of
So
us might
yep. So you need me to help. Yes. Okay.
you're strong
I
on
don't
this.
want to do this, but you are the only one I think strong enough to do this.
Look, if I pull a muscle or something, I expect I don't know, some kind of recompense. But I can help, I guess.
Full health insurance for this one visit. Nowhere else.
I'll take
I
you.
was about to say I don't think we can afford health insurance. I don't even know if health insurance exists
I
in
can
the
try to fix you
in the kingdom. Right. Yes. Well.
Now that I've invented this new thing, I might start a new business on the side. But until then, let's go pick up this giant cage.
All right.
Yeah. Off to the woods.
Cool. Rosalind very, very like easily takes you back towards where you were last night, and that does take you back towards the shrine, so you do see it in the distance. You do not see the spirit anymore. But you don't really know about the egg just because you'd have to go to the shrine. But you get back towards.
Well, while we're here, I'll just be like, Ez, could you just go and you don't need to go far. Just go and see if the spirit's out. See if he's doing all right.
Cool. Yeah. Well, little Ezra flies off to the distance. You do get back towards where the cage was, and it's still there, lying on the ground. But I think you notice, like, essentially, in the mud that you guys were walking in, there is like more footsteps here that don't really match, like your guys' shoes from like the previous night.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing different
Oh.
about the cage. There's just footsteps near it.
Okay. I'll quickly send out a little mental message to Ezra. But if there's anything dangerous, come right back here because there might be people around.
It doesn't take
I'd
him
like
too
to
long, but Ezra does like come back quite quickly and is like, There's no like, there's an affirmation of like the spirit is okay, like the egg is still there.
Okay. Cool. Good. I'm glad we have egg. I'd like to just have a little closer inspection around just to see if anything has changed with the cage. Maybe it's been like, oh no, I don't think it's been trapped. I don't imagine they would, but I want to confirm that first. I don't want to put Michael in danger.
I'll say roll a
No.
wit check for me.
Roll a wit check. Yes, sir. 3d4. That is 3. So, 9. Threes.
From what you can really gather, there isn't too much aside from the footsteps that is suspicious.
Alright.
You do see, not next to the cage, but somewhat like back towards the village.
Mm-hmm.
I think you notice there's even more like there's more frequent like bits of like dug up like ground that you had also noticed the last night.
Mm.
And that's the only additional thing you notice about this situation.
Okay. And for now, let's get the cage back, and we'll come out to investigate when we're not as busy. Rosalind, what could be? Is there anything that could be buried around here that's like forageable? I don't know what's around here. I know you collect the dayline mushrooms, but is there anything that's like truffle type things that might be that people might desire that have like been digging up around here, or what?
Not that I know of, and to my understanding, the only real people that come into the forest to forage would be me or my dad.
Right.
We have weeds and things, but and like regular plants and like the occasional uh, magical plant like the dayline mushrooms, but nothing that I know of that calls for well, whatever this is.
All right. All right then. Uh, you know what? We've got a busy day ahead of us. Let's get this back as soon as possible, and then if we got time, I'll come back out and have an investigate.
Yes, I'll ask my father as well. He might know a bit more about. If he comes out to investigate, he might be able to figure it out. He just needs to make the medicine,
Yes.
or the. You kept calling it spedicine. I don't know.
The medicine, the spirit medicine. You know,
Is that
you know.
is that like a city thing?
No, I thought that's an everywhere. That's a language thing, I believe.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Van or Michael, should we try and get this moved?
Fine. Yes. Is it just a full like iron cage?
Pretty much, yeah.
What? Why are we getting this?
Ivan wants it for. You know not to question Ivan.
It's in
Okay.
Ivan's script,
Yes.
and I couldn't convince him not to.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Right. I'm gonna say the three of you, considering you're not super exhausting anymore, can just lift this without needing to make a roll.
Nice.
So it's like half an hour there and like an hour back, but you do like make it back
Oh,
to the
that's not too bad.
village. You do make it back to the village with the cage in tow. At which point I'm going to quickly move back to Ivan.
Nice.
As you guys are like working on the script together, I think that you're getting like to the tail part of this conversation for now, and Irvine's just like, yeah, if you continue to come by, or like I can come to the stage, and I can help you out more.
Yes, that would be wonderful. I will. It would probably be easier if you come to theater because I will be helping out with other things there, and also then you can come in your own time, and you will not be intruding, and I will not be intruding, and it is best for both of us.
Yes. Yes. Before you head off, uh, I noticed a slight change in my house as I was returning. I was curious about something from back when the tail end of my, I guess, my career. Uh, you are able to perform magic.
Yes, indeed. And I'll do a little flourish. I'll do a little spark of glittery lights from my hand to demonstrate.
Good. Okay. Well, okay. I thought so. I, from experience of my own, uh, I know magic is quite a temperamental thing. A great tool. As I mean, as you're aware that I know I've used it all my life. But it is dangerous from its source, if you understand what I mean.
I do not. It is obviously not a good thing to have as a crutch, but is a very helpful tool to in many regards, not just in theater.
Do you know the source of your magic?
I know the source of some of my magic. It is I am spirit blood. I have magic flowing throughout me.
Right. Okay. Uh, no, no, like funny business or anything that you noticed, like just from your ancestry.
Well, it depends how far you define ancestry. I think that friends you make along the way can also be, in a way, parallel ancestors.
Right. And have such friends helped you with your magic?
Yes, I would consider you a parallel ancestor, Irvine. I owe a lot of my current knowledge to you, and there are other parallel ancestors in my life as well that I owe knowledge and these gifts to.
Can you roll a cunning check for me?
Happily. Okay. Um, that is a 5.
5. Okay. So Irvine does roll a 3d6.
That's so interesting.
Ooh.
That's so good for him. I love that for him. Easy 3 ones. Easy 3 ones. Nah, shit. Okay. Well, let's take out another adversity token for that. So I'm on 6 now.
Do. Uh,
I got 6 now. Incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. So just you wait until I have to make a roll.
do you trust these friends?
I find myself gifted to be in a circumstance where trust does not need to play a factor.
That's that's a good mindset to have. That is,
For the view.
you should always. Such friends don't often have the same goals in mind.
Yes.
So it is good to not root yourself onto what they provide.
Yes, as I say, it is good. It is not a crutch, but it is a useful tool. I am good. I have many. Magic is not the be all and end all, but it is very helpful, or it can be on occasion.
Okay, well that's good to hear. I'll let you go. Just want to make sure that these friends have been treating you with the respect, not giving you, not telling you to do things that you would not like to do.
No, of course, and I would never compromise my own morals for these friends. It is acting is great, but it is not everything. There are certain lines I will not cross.
Well, that is good to hear. I'm honestly going to bathe, so I will see you back at the stage.
Yes, of course. But just very, if while I have you here, I just have one question about Clinton, really. Have you heard much of the? I don't know how much you interact with spirits here next day, but have you heard much of the spirit of Crimson, the guardian, the patient spirit?
Yes, the water fox.
Yes, the ice wolf, the water fox. The yes. Have you heard much of it recently? I may have last night when we were foraging for mushrooms. We may have happened across its path, or just we were. It was acting very peculiar. I was just wondering how you have interacted with it, if you have.
I know of it, but I've not personally met it myself. I honestly wasn't sure if it was still in the area. It's not been seen, to my understanding, for I mean decades.
I see.
Apparently,
No one has been to its. No one has been to its shrines.
I'm sure that some of the villagers have been down, but they've not seen the creature.
I see. I see.
Um, uh, I mean, not a lot of people in the village rely on the spirits anymore. Uh, Daynell, I'm sure you've had the pleasantries of meet. Oh, I mean, I was there when you saw him. Uh, he is relying more and more on the Imperial mages as opposed to the spirits of the land. And as a result, a lot of the villagers have lost touch with nature.
I see. That is very sad. That is very unfortunate to hear. But as things go, I guess.
It almost reminds me a bit of your home.
Yes, I do not like to dwell on such things.
Mm.
Let us just hope that history does not repeat, eh?
I unfortunately think that, I mean, with how the Imperial mages work, that it is almost inevitable. But uh, I know the spirits won't stay quiet for too long. These are
Yes,
their lands.
indeed. And nor should they have to. Stay quiet, that is.
Yes. It depends on the spirit. Some spirits are a bit rude, but yeah,
Oh, but of course, some and yet a lot more humans are rude. I found an experience.
of course.
Um, could I just before I go, I just want to do a quick soul read empath check on Irvine to see if he's like holding anything back, if he's feeling guilty, if he's feeling suspicious. I just want to kind of do a quick empath soul read of him as I go.
Sure.
Would that be a cunning? Would it just be straight empath? Would it be
I'll say cunning plus your
okay?
empath.
Excellent. Happily. Oh, okay. 7.
7. Uh, I think what you can feel from Irvine is that he's not he isn't lying to you by any means or nothing like that. I think it's a bit of he's not saying entirely what he wants to say. And you can't fully source the reason why, but you feel a like an inkling of fear just generally
Ooh,
as you're kind of talking to him.
okay. Duly
Um,
noted.
yeah, but that's what you notice.
I will leave you to your business. Thank you very much for your help here, Irvine. And you are obviously more than welcome at any point. It is at no point an intrusion for you to happen upon the theater. So please come by whenever you wish.
Of course. Cool. We're gonna quickly switch back to Thandor, as I believe you wished to go to the tent setups to meet a couple friends of yours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say at this point you've like put the cage down. Uh, a couple of the troop members are a bit confused why there's now just a metal cage chilling. But yeah, you make it to like the area with the rest of the stalls, and you see one of the like tent setups with like uh it's not, you see like there's like wares on the outside, but the size of the tent like for storage is so much bigger than the wares that you're not like it the their shop is probably not the full reason why they're here essentially. But you do see like the stall of their names, what I was Muddle Nose and Rose Thorn.
Ah, but Rose and Mud.
Rose and Mud. And you see them just kind of right now at the store. They've not noticed you. They're just kind of fiddling with stuff, moving like boxes around. Just like thankfully their like counter type thing is a bit lower, so they can actually see over it. So you see them very plainly and clearly, but they're busy at the moment, just doing like admin things.
Ah, hello, Rose, Mud. It's so good to see you.
Oh, Thandor, Thandor. Oh,
Hello.
we heard you got here yesterday. We hope to see you. How,
Yes, yes. I've had quite a busy day yesterday. I did mean to come over to see you, but I got swept away. You,
no
you,
worries at
you've
all.
met
How?
Ivan in passing. You know how he is.
Yes, of course. Chaotic, I think. So it's the way
That's a
I'd.
good word.
Yes. How are you?
Uh, good, good. Yeah,
And
doing
then
good.
I think with a knowing look, kind of looks back to you and is like, how's the troop doing?
You know, we we could do with this one being one of our better ones. I feel. I think this show.
Hmm. Yes.
This
Well,
but yeah, we're fine. We're fine. I'm sure.
if you're needing any if you're in need of any props that involve plants, mud, roses, um,
Well, I will let you know when we have a script.
right.
For the record, we have a script. This is the final draft that I'm rewriting. But we have a script, I'll have you know.
Yeah, we have a script that we will use.
It's mostly the same. I just rewrote the final 2/3. It's fine.
Do I recall you saying you needed something, or was that someone else? It's
um,
been
I we
2 days.
did I did want to. I mean, we wanted to speak with you. Uh, hop inside the tent. This is more personal business.
I will stoop quite low to get into the tent.
Uh, yes, Sander.
Yeah.
I was honestly hoping you'd have some better news about the troop. Some of the weasels came by the other day and asked us and asked a couple of the other shop owners in the area back at home, asking about you and asking about your current whereabouts.
Uh,
I know you have.
that's
I know you have. I mean, we've had our dealings with the weasels together, and I know you had some sort of agreement, but uh, the way in which they were asking wasn't very friendly. There was no roughhousing, but there's definitely some sort of urgency. Are you okay, Thandor?
I'm okay. I'll talk to Frankie.
Okay.
Um, plus, I'm intrigued to wonder what they could possibly want.
Yes.
Definitely, definitely not behind on a payment or anything.
To Frankie?
Yes,
Did
Frankie Fettuccine.
did you borrow money from him?
Uh, he invested in my investment schemes.
And I'll have a pyramid scheme.
Right.
Fando is an angel investor who also has an angel investor who's a mobster.
Ah, great.
Just to be sure, you didn't happen to invest a lot of this money into the troop, did you?
Oh no, not into the troop.
Okay.
I put it elsewhere. But I do have some stake in it that I already had that I was planning on pay off to an agreement. It's fine. I'll talk to him. But it also
I'm not sure if they know you're here.
that is worrying. I shall.
But I mean, I doubt Frankie will be here personally if anything comes to pass. But I would just be careful. They did not seem the weasels when they swung by. They did not seem very happy. Is all I would say.
Well, enough about me. How are you guys doing?
It's
How's this?
great. We're
Doing
doing
great.
Yes.
Good. Good.
We have our
Very good.
we have our stall here, but the leader here, Daynell, mostly hired us to pretty up the village a bit for the festival.
Oh, very good, very
While we have this stall, we'll be going around and helping a number of the villagers to and having like nicer decorative plants in front of their house.
What
And
do you know
potentially just
about daylight mushrooms? Are they anything you would use to decorate?
not decoratively. I mean, there's definitely been uses of those mushrooms as like almost like lamps in the night.
Yeah,
So
I was thinking.
I wouldn't be surprised if I mean if you did have some, uh, they could definitely be used as a means to brighten up the village.
I think Rosalind and Myra had some, so I just got out and harvested some to my understanding in the village. So I I'm not sure if that would be beneficial. I think. Look,
Uh,
I have an idea here. The theatre will be open in the evenings as well. There was a nice daylight mushroom kind of guidance path.
that would be very pleasant indeed.
Wonderful wonder.
I'm sure you could use those. I mean, there's general lighting. But yes, definitely a path around your stage setup might be quite interesting to see.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were dayline mushrooms in this area. Might be worth.
Well,
Uh, who
now we
did
both
you
learned
mention
something.
had these mushrooms?
I believe
You cut out, but I'm gonna assume you said a name.
I assume I said Rosalind and Myra,
Okay.
but I said it.
Yes, yeah. Yes. Well, it might be worth doing a bit of exploring with their guidance.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
if you need anything, if sales are going down, you might be able
We're doing.
to go. Ooh, wow! Look at these great flowers. Great.
Honestly, Thandor, sales have been going quite well. So
Excellent.
I'm gonna throw that back to you. If you are in need of any help, then well, we're here.
Absolutely. I shall. Tail, and we'll be glad to take your.
You're cutting out a bit, so I can't really hear you.
Oh.
But
I'm glad I'm not the only one with internet issues.
you are, yeah.
Hell yeah.
How dare I?
I think for Gavin it's your pickup rate. It's like background noise. It's just kind of weird. For you, Jack, yours just internet.
No.
You were just
My
robotic.
radiator's on, and it's right behind my laptop, so my fan's lasting on full.
I see.
This guy.
So I assume that's just making it. But yes. Yes. Well, thank you for that offer. I will see if we need any, and but that is greatly appreciated.
Of course, Andor. Well, you know where to find us.
Indeed, and you want to know where to find me. And I shall walk out. Definitely panic.
You're so
Yeah.
fucking lucky Ivan doesn't know about that conversation and how you didn't propagandize our theatre to these people, to your friends. This is outrageous.
What? They were gonna come anyway. They're good.
Yeah, but they need to tell their friends and be like, oh, I heard this theatre to be really good, and not like, oh, did you hear about the theatre? Apparently they're in deep shit and also in debt to the mob, apparently. Like, oh.
How dare I be honest to my friend?
Yes, agreed. Glad we're on the same page.
How dare I say, oh no, I have a set of morals that I am not for my...
Yeah. When I said it, I at least had the decency to lie to my friends.
Uh-huh. Hello.
Okay.
Honestly.
I think. Does Flynn have anything he wants to do in private before we move on?
I think he said he'd be back in 10
he
minutes.
said he'd be back in
Oh,
10
I see.
minutes.
So I guess
It's-
not.
Which is a shame because we need him to re-roll and prove himself on his what was it? He rolled a Constitution check, I think, before
Yes.
for setting up the thing, and we need him to redeem himself, like the asshole he is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna push ahead with Cheesy then for the moment. Are you just committing to completing the stage as your
Yeah.
project for the day?
Is it still the reduced difficulty because of the work we did last time? I think last time we got it down to a 10.
Yes. Yeah. I'll say that
Okay.
carries over.
Okay.
I will also say you can use adversity tokens for this check, but it's like a
Mhm.
3-to-1
Okay.
trade-off, just because these are a lot more important.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Um,
Yeah, because we need everything set up before we can do other things as well. So I feel this is just once we've got this done, then we're good, and the morale will be high because we'll have sorted out our fucking tent and stage and etc.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know you mentioned it, but I'm just gonna make sure and ask who is leading, who is helming the check.
It's got to be Flynn, right? Flynn's got to redeem himself for yesterday when he fucked up, right? And me and Thandor are because it makes sense because me and Thandor are the directors, giving the orders and helping out. But Flynn is one with the people. He is the salt of the earth who is helping set it up. So it's his constitution that determines whether or not the people flourish. You know?
True. He's not a manager.
Exactly.
You guys.
Yeah.
You
I
can't
don't
relate
honestly.
to
I don't
the
know why
people.
I don't know why he's on so many missions with us. He's just some guy. We might as well be taking Max with us or Giselle.
Well, I mean, Flynn knows magic.
Oh,
Yeah. Who cares? Didn't ask.
I don't actually think you have I would say you don't really have a lot of people that can do actual intense or effective magic.
That makes sense. Plus, I think he has the highest constitution. I only have a D4.
I mean, you don't have to. It doesn't have to be Constitution again. You can just have someone else roll it with a different check.
Okay. I mean, I'd love to do a composure then. In that case, of the group, composure. Keeping your cool for these long hours of carrying things and trekking things and etc.
Yeah, okay, I'll wait for
Hello.
Elliot to get back. Oh, there we go.
Hello, I'm back.
Well,
Sorry,
well,
no.
well.
Bonjour.
Sorry, I
Flynn,
had to take a
I've had
chat.
genius idea. Flynn, I know
Hey.
you do lights and stuff. Yeah, I know you do lights. Think daylight mushrooms. They are bright as sun. Put that into box and have one side of box not open. Have one side of box open, 5 sides of box closed. So light streams in one direction. Boom! You have spotlight. You shine light on one spot. I call it spotlight. it is a new invention I've just come up with, and it's super bright, and it make the lighting even better. You need to make it right now.
All right. Do we have the mushrooms to spare?
I don't
Are
know.
the mushrooms?
I have come up with an idea. You need to execute the idea. You are magic man. You do lights. Do it now.
At this point, I feel like I was just walked off and left me to it.
Yeah, probably.
I would just they're gonna rot. All right.
I'll call over my shoulder. Unless you have other things you need to do today, in which case it is fine. You have your own free time you need to manage.
No.
Just make sure this is done by end of week.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Jesus. Yeah. All right. Oh, is there anything that people are doing right now? What's going on? Sorry, I had to
We're
shit.
about to do the big check for the day.
Oh damn.
I think we decided we're just trying to complete the stage.
Yes.
So we just need to determine who is making the check and what stat you're using.
I rolled it last time and failed.
You did. So I think you need to redeem yourself. I think you need to make Constitution again, and this time be one with the people. I'm also happy to roll a 2d6 Composure if that's allowed. To again be like the same thing of like long day, just making sure the big heavy lifting is done.
I thought I couldn't do the Constitution again because I've already done it.
I thought it was just to succeed.
Ariane?
I'm gonna say you can't do it again. I'll say you'll have to run through all of them before you can then do one again.
Okay, yeah. So
Fair enough.
I mean, I don't have anything else that really do it other than, I don't know, willpower to, because we failed last time, we need the willpower to redo it and do it well, you know?
True, keep morale high. In which case, I have good will. I have 2d6 will.
I have 3d6 will.
Well, fuck me then. I'll shut up.
But I don't know if that's an arguable thing to do.
I think it's an arguable thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's keep morale up after 2 straight days of heavy lifting and construction and etc.
Yeah. So okay, I'll do that then. I'll give it another shot. What's the DC again? Is it like a 10?
I think if I recall correctly, it was
Last
10.
difficulty was reduced to a 10. I don't know if me and Kevin can make that lower by helping out with the things, or if my script check kind of took up that slot.
Okay.
I would say that you can't just because of your script check, but
Cool.
Thando definitely has the option to do something to assist.
Okay.
That is easy is motivating people. Can I tell a very funny joke?
I mean, if you tell the joke.
Ah!
Ooh!
If you tell the joke.
Give us a joke, funny man.
Okay, what this is gonna be? You'll tell the joke, and I'll determine the DC based on the joke.
If you increase the DC.
If it's a bad joke, then I will increase the DC. Yes.
Oh god.
Oh no. Oh dear. I mental blank now.
You know, while you think of a joke, can I do one last check, Ariane?
Yes.
I would like to, just in the last little downtime, just do one more check over the cage. See if there's any lingering other magic that happened to it, given that there may have been another mage going around, or an investigation type thing to see if there's like a maker's mark on it, to see if I can figure out who made it, who produced it, that kind of thing. Just a general, one more investigation-y check on the cage to glean anything else from it.
I'll say roll a knowledge check.
Roll a knowledge. I will. Will I be able to add magic dice to that or no?
Yes, because this is based on your knowledge of magic, so yes.
Thank you. Okay. So 2d6, that's 11 plus the magic die, which is 2, so 13.
13. You do recognize where this was made. It was definitely made from the place that you escaped from.
Okay, cool, grand.
But you can tell, I think I mentioned this earlier, but the cages and also just the quality of the metal is higher. Yeah, it is just better metal and more well produced.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
but in terms of magic, you don't think there is uh, you don't think there's any magic cast on this thing.
Okay.
But in that middle like compartment where the pixies were originally,
Mhm.
you do see like the almost like the like remnants of some substance.
Is there pixie dust in it?
It does not seem to be pixie dust.
Oh, never mind. um, I will like. Is it like a just a residue? Is it a powdery substance? What is it?
A powdery. Uh, it's like actually no, it's like a dried, almost liquid. You can just see
Okay.
like has stained the bottom of the platform.
It's pixie piss. No. Uh, I'd like to. I would like to determine if I can figure out what that is. I'll scrape up a little bit with like the back of a knife if it can, like, just to have a closer look at it.
Yeah. I'm gonna say for this one, this is gonna be another knowledge check. The number you're trying to beat is a. Ooh. Uh, it's gonna be a 13.
Oh, okay. May I add a magic dice to that
You
or
can add
not?
magic, yes.
Okay, because I wouldn't be able to beat it otherwise. The knowledge. That's a 5 on the knowledge, 2d6. The magic dice explodes though, 4. So that's a 9. What was the DC? 13?
13. So if you
Okay, I
get a
just need to
4,
roll another 4. Uh, that is. Oh no, that's a 3.
You also have your adversity tokens.
Oh, that's true, but I kind of want to save them for the thing. Wait, what? So I'm on. Well, I'm 1 away.
The ratio for the thing is 3-1, by the way. So
for the performance
do bear
check.
that in mind as well.
Wait, 3. What do you mean?
For the will
For the
check.
big important performance check, you will need to spend like 3 adversity tokens to increase the number you roll by 1. Usually it's a
Oh,
1.
I only have. Okay, I only have 2, so never mind.
I mean, if you fail
Okay,
this
I'll.
check, you would get 3.
Oh, that's true. Hmm. You know what? I can investigate it tomorrow. I'll come
No, no,
back
no.
and see if I can.
You're rolling 3d6 to roll a 10. I believe in you. I
No,
believe in you. My boy Flynn
okay,
won
fine.
his price. Peer
Fine.
pressure.
Okay. If I fail, then this is on your head. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
and
spend one
I'll
adversity
take no
token.
And
I'll take no responsibility.
he will deny that 100%.
Yeah,
But
I know
yes.
that. Okay. Fine.
Jack will take
I will.
responsibility. Ivan takes none.
I will use an adversity token to succeed. So I was 1 away.
Yeah. So what you can tell from looking at this from looking at this dried pot of the liquid,
Yes.
baseline the coloration of the liquid is purple.
Okay.
You get the vibe that it's you can't tell what it is specifically, but you can tell it's like almost like putting bird feed into a bird feeder. It is something that will bring spirits or attract spirits to the cage.
Ah. Okay. I see.
And at the very like something that's more poignant than that, it has to be something that has such an effect on spirits that they are willingly going to go into a cage made of a material that is known to be dangerous to them.
Okay. Right. Down.
Like it has to
Very.
overpower their base survival instincts.
Right. Interesting. Okay. That's very good to know. Um. You know,
And I mentioned this earlier as well. You there again. There's a sense of familiarity as you're working with this liquid because you feel like you have seen it before, you've worked with it before. But
Right.
it's been a very long time since that.
Oh. Oh. I feel like I remember something from like the first, not the first episode, no, the first session. But I don't have I don't have my notes right now. You know, what, I'll try and use the back of a knife to scrape it up and put it in a vial just for it could be useful in future. I don't want any other. I don't want any of the spirits to try and get in this cage. I know it's dried out, but maybe I'd be able to add water to it to reactivate it or something.
Cool.
Or oil.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're able to like not very difficult. You're able to get like chippings of like this.
Yeah.
I think something to note is those chippings are probably quite dangerous.
Okay.
Just on the basis that you have like something that attracts spirits on shavings of a metal that will harm spirits.
That is a good
So
point.
I would just note that.
I'll note that. I will put it in a sealed vial if I would have access to a sealed glass vial.
Yeah, I'll say you have access to stuff of that nature, so you can like
Yeah.
you can just put it away.
Okay. I'll keep that, and I will let Ivan and Thandor know about this substance.
Cool.
Microdosing spirit, like spirit shit.
Yeah, and then I think we're just gonna move on to the big check then.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
funny
no.
joke.
I think
Thandor
we'll
has
do
a
a
funny
joke,
joke.
actually.
Oh
To
yes, the
raise morale.
joke. What is the joke?
So Fandor walked in, kind of into the middle of the thing, and then just stood there pondering for a while. And people started to look at him and go, "What's he about to do?" And he goes, "Huh, theatre? I hardly know her." And everyone laughs.
And Ivan
It's
does the
very
most
witty.
raucous, uproarious laughter ever heard. I fucking loved it.
What should even be the DC for that?
1. It's a banger.
Yeah. I was typing that out, and then I thought that's a dumb bit. I'm not gonna post that. And then you made the fucking theatre joke. You little rat bastard.
It was so good. He messaged me. He warned me ahead of time so I could compose myself for the actual telling. It was great.
God fucking damn it. So,
Okay, I will
is
say
the DC now.
the DC is now 9.
What?
Way!
You did that after his roll today. What the hell is this?
It reduces it by 1,
Yeah.
so it went from 10 to
no.
9.
No, as in my DC is now low.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Yes.
For you.
Bandor, you're getting the
Okay.
crowd riled up.
Yeah, I'm gonna say what okay, for the actual big check though, what is Flynn actually doing?
That's a fantastic question. What am I doing to raise people's spirit with? Wait, what was I rolling again? Yeah, with will. Flynn will be I'll be like working and helping to set up. I'm still setting up with everyone else. But I will be using some small like magics to make little illusory like effects and like fun like fun sound effects to make it interesting so that everyone's setting up and there's like little fun jovial musics and sound effects going on and little like illusory creatures that are kind of running around and raising people's morale.
Yeah, I'll say I feel like almost you know how like drums of war like
Yeah.
invigorate people. I'll say like just kind of having a positive vibe is kind of doing the same
Yeah.
thing. So yeah. Okay, then roll your will check. You're trying to get a
Okay.
9.
With
On
3d6,
3d6. 3d6.
it's the most Jewan thing to ever happen.
That's easy,
I'll say
baby.
Easy.
just for dramatic effect, tell me rolls 1 by 1.
Okay. The first roll is a 6.
That's good.
Easy. Easy.
That's good.
So you get 2
Not 2
1s.
ones, just not 2 ones.
The second roll is a 1.
Right. But it's sold.
But back to another 6.
Back to another 6, baby. Back to another 6. It's a 3. It's a 3.
3.
So it's sold. What you're saying is it's sold.
Yeah, it's 10. It's 10. It's 10.
And you didn't even need the tokens for it, so it's a good thing you learned about the laced catnip.
That's true. I'll lace your fucking coffee in the morning with it.
I remain perfect. Good to know.
Okay.
Cool.
Ivanovich Lukentia, I hardly know her.
Wait, no, it wasn't. Sorry, sorry. It's hard to read this nice. It was a 2, so I passed because of Pandor's fucking joke.
Yeah,
God damn it!
Jesus Christ.
and I knew it the whole time.
God fucking damn it!
Okay.
Alright.
So I think the mix of just like it's
Uh,
just a thing of like if you're happy and you're working, you kind of work more efficiently. So
yeah.
it's like you're going around and like keeping people motivated and like kind of getting people going. Uh, what seemed like the worst job in the world yesterday is now going quite smoothly and seamlessly, and you have like the carpenter that Milo, whoever that uh, is still coming around and helping you guys. Uh, you actually notice like at a certain point, it's like you're kind of producing like sounds and music. There's like a group of local performers that kind of swing by and start like vibing with the troupe. Um, so there's like there's three orcs actually. Um, one with like a huge cello, one with some sort of brass instrument that you've not really seen before, and then one who seems to do the vocals, and they just kind of swing by and kind of add to the music, but just add to the vibe and help you guys do what you're doing. Um, but you end the day in general on a positive note, as like I think definitely a group of people just start like go out for drinks that evening.
Um,
Um,
wait, we get to work. Oh, was our like special? Was our like individual things one of the work things? One of the what are they called? Work checks.
yes.
Mhm.
Damn! If I'd known that, interesting, fascinating.
So I mean everyone's having a great time. You are able to basically finish the fundamentals of the stage at this point, so you can fully perform on this now. Um, I think you still have the option to like add more stuff. So like in terms of additional props, like additional stage things that you'd have to move on and off, can still like you still have to work on that a bit more. But the uh, basis of what you need for your performance is complete, and you also have a cage for some reason.
It's integral to the story.
Yeah.
What?
So
Oh,
hmm?
You
no,
never know what you're gonna need a cage for.
True.
no.
And
Look.
hey,
We're gonna turn this play into a Hamlet situation. It's so Hamlet because what we're gonna do is we're gonna recreate the story so it's kind of like so it mirrors what's going on in the forest with like the cages and the upsetting the spirits and how like people are sticking their nose where they shouldn't belong, and then people in the audience are gonna get nervous, and that's how we'll figure out who is responsible for it, and then we'll kill them at the end. It's so
oh,
Hamlet.
It's so
that's so
Hamlet.
true.
Set up a lamp to make it look kind of like it's holding a sword.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so Hamlet.
It's
I'll,
so
I'll,
Hamlet.
I'll be on it tomorrow.
It's also great because actually the genuine idea for the play that I had that I started writing ages ago is like that exact vibe of like people being mean to nature and we need to stop them because spirits are nice and we need to be nicer to spirits, and so the fact that this is actually happening is perfect. We can actually Hamlet this.
Awesome.
Oh, it's too perfect.
So the cage is integral. The cage is integral, guys.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Do you
I'm gonna
guys,
make on one of the future days. I'm gonna make a check about the cage.
after a job well done, do you guys partake in the drinking as well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to distribute
Yeah.
the scripts again. So I'll join in the drinking where I know everyone will be in one place,
What
so they can't escape me this time.
a drunk reading of your play in the tavern in the inn?
Yeah. Well,
Or the storyteller's
I copied out individual like scripts of people. Don't worry, or at least have multiple copies. So I'll just kind of divvy them up between the groups and be like, okay, these are the new lines. Be merry, drink tonight, but then you got to learn these tomorrow so we can start rehearsing.
And having a day to learn lines is damn. That's rough on them.
Well, they have
Yeah.
5 days to learn lines, but we need to start rehearsing now.
Oh, of course.
Come on.
People don't ignore you, but they're just like, uh-huh, yeah,
Yeah.
and then just continue drinking.
Exactly. I needed to do it while we were drinking, otherwise they'd throw things at me.
Yeah, so you guys are having a good evening. I'm gonna say, Ivan, at some point while you guys are drinking, and you're kind of by yourself for a moment, yeah, while you're like by yourself for a moment, you've like gone to the toilet or something. you feel a tug once again in your pocket.
Ooh. Having learned from prior mistakes, I immediately grab for the pocket and whatever's in it.
Your mirror is still there.
Good.
It doesn't
Is that
seem
what the
like
tug was, or was?
you get the feeling that it was the tug.
Okay. I look around. I'm in a bathroom. I look around in this to see if I spot anything in this enclosed space. Hopefully, quite small space.
You see the top part of like the pocket mirror, which is like the two like crossed out faces, which remains the same, remains unchanged. But in the mirror, you don't see a reflection. Instead, let me pull it up.
Can't believe you're revealing I'm a vampire this early in the campaign. Again, that's just rude.
True.
That is really just rude, honestly.
Instead, you see it's like almost like a painting, but it's just a reflection of some other place in the world.
Ooh.
You see like a field. Half of the field is blackened and torched, and beside a windmill. And past the field and the windmill, there's like a stone bridge. And you see uh, like a fully built like tent setup that looks somewhat similar to what yours would be like uh, like upon completion.
Ah.
But the while all of that is odd in itself, above your above the tent, you see like a deep, uh, somewhere between like an orange and a red moon, just casting this like unnatural light on the landscape.
Hmm. Do I recognize the windmill and Stonebridge as the Millers as Watsons?
Yes, they do look somewhat familiar.
Interesting. Can I? Is there any chance I could? How far away are they from this inn right now?
They
While
wouldn't
we
be
are
that
drinking,
far. They'd be like
I would.
10, 15 minutes.
I'd like to
Probably
immediately
more
go
so.
over there to see if it's a future vision or if they are currently on fire.
You get to the bridge. There's no the field's still there and plentiful. There's no
Okay.
case of burning.
Do I play into the trope of warning them anyway and looking like an insane person? No, I don't. Who was it who wanted to? It was fucking. I have it in my notes. Who wanted to burn the thing as the source of the plague? Braylon, you fucking idiot. Yeah, in that case, I want to go to Braylon's. I want to go to see Rosalind and Braylon.
Cool. Are you seeing Braylon or Watson?
Braylon, not Watson.
Okay. So you swing by the apothecary, and you see both Rosalind and Braylon like still kind of toiling away, very intently, just watching over like this like beaker almost on above a flame.
I want to just kind of knock politely so they know I'm there, and just kind of, if it's unlocked, I'll just kind of make my way in. Either apothecary, I assume they get used to people kind of walking in.
Yes, it is definitely unlocked, and as you kind of walk in, you'll see Rosalind, and it's like, oh, Ivan, how are you?
Hello, Rosalind. I'm just here to check to make sure everything is okay with the dayline mushrooms. If if you need any help with anything else, how goes it?
We are just waiting at this point. The well, the product we have now just needs to be heated for another half hour or so.
Oh, excellent.
And then once it's cooled down, it should it won't heal the villagers at the moment, but it should delay the onset of whatever is afflicting them. We're still, unfortunately, on the lookout for Violet's Eye.
Yes, yes, that is unfortunate indeed. But it's good that we are nearly done to not reprimanding, healing the people who are sick. Do you said you? I remember hearing this morning or yesterday morning in the town that you believe the Watson's Field was the source of the plague.
At this point, Braylon's going to be like, yes, well, yeah, from from the people who have been afflicted, uh, the most I've been able to narrow down the cause is they've all had scratches below a certain part of the body.
Yes, yes, I remember. I remember looking at them. I just wonder if do you know if the Watsons are if the Watsons are in that like it's the Watsons Field? Do you know if they are sick or if they are do you know if they are struck by this illness in any way?
Not that I know of, really. Well, we were able to detect the affliction quite quickly, so the Watsons have, for the most part, stayed clear.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, since we've known, they've not been near that field to the same extent as they need to, uh, and they haven't been afflicted so far, or they've not shown any signs of the illness. So,
That
for
is
the
good. That is
moment,
good.
I'm assuming we're assuming they're okay.
Oh yes, yes. I was just wondering. This idea of burning the field to wipe out the sickness is that your idea or is this a kind of murmurings among the village?
Oh, well, it's definitely my idea. If that's the only place we've been able to track where the illness could necessarily be from. So, uh, I would rather prevent whatever is causing the sickness from spreading further to other fields.
Yes, of course. It is very, very noble of you, very wise to make sure this issue does not get out of hand. And I would just wish to let you know that I support you, and I do wish to help you in this plan, however I can. Just let me know what you need, and I will happily. This illness is very important and very important that we get rid of it properly and safely and quickly. So please, if you need any help, don't hesitate to ask. As I was happy to help with the daylight mushrooms, I'm happy to help with this and other matters.
Right, yes, well, I think once I've got this medicine situation sorted,
And please, Spedison.
sure, but once I've got it sorted,
Sure.
we will,
I insist. I insist,
So,
please.
so angry.
we will definitely, I mean, I know Daynell doesn't fully agree, but if we're having visitors to the village, I don't want to cause like a traveling sickness.
Yes, exactly. This
So,
illness is
I
critical.
mean, I'll talk to him. I'll talk to Daynell in the morning about it. But if I could get some extra hands helping me with the field tomorrow,
Tomorrow, as soon as tomorrow.
as early as possible. But it doesn't necessarily have to be tomorrow. But better to root it out when
Yes,
possible.
yes. I do think I agree with your haste, but I don't agree with. I sorry, uh, my comment is poor. Recklessness. I do not believe because illness can spread, but fire can spread quicker. So it is best to make sure that the fire doesn't spread from field to field. So perhaps we go through the proper precautions and make sure this is done safely and it is done right.
Yes, of course. I mean, we've had to do controlled fires in the area before, so
Oh really? Like where?
mostly just around the village. There's a couple years ago, some Imperial mages or uh, some people of the Empire came by and kind of spread an invasive plant. So
Ooh.
we had to work a bit to uh, root it out of the nearby forest, and more particularly near the village.
And what plant was that?
If I believe it
If
was
you
by the
remember.
name of Kudzu.
Kutsu. Okay. And how would I spell that if I were to make mental notes of it?
Cud
Yes.
Zu.
Ooh. Okay. Fascinating. Well, yes, I will. I do not mean to intrude. I just meant to check about the progress of the Dayline mushrooms. And do you know if I've heard rumors around the village that Irvine? I mean, I actually spoke to Irvine himself, and he seems quite. He seems different from how I remember him. Is he sick with a similar affliction, or is this?
Well, I've not. Irvine likes to keep his business private. From what I understand, he doesn't really come to me for checkups a lot, but he is sick already. Prior to coming to the village, he was already ill with
Hmm,
something. Um, but recently he has gotten a bit weaker. Uh, around the same times as the rest of these three were also affected. Um,
I see.
so we've not noticed it affecting him in the same way. He's not had bouts of sleepwalking or anything like that like these have, but I believe maybe he's resistant to it or something of that nature, but I believe he is affected by a similar thing right now on top of
Interesting.
what he already had.
Yes, yes, I see. I do not wish to speak out of turn about Irvine. Of course, it is his business. I do not mean to pry. I'm just worried for my old mentor. Um, but yes, I do not wish to keep you any further. I just, as I say, meant to check about the Dayline mushrooms. I wish you the best of luck, and perhaps I can help speak to Daynell tomorrow in regards to the burning of the field.
Uh, sure. Daynell isn't really friendly to outsiders, but I invite you to try.
Ah,
It's not like he listens to me much anyway.
but of course, I just whatever you think would help. We are at your aid.
Um, cool. I see Braylon and Rosalind kind of just get back to making sure that making sure that their concoction doesn't burn up.
Yes. Flynn told us about the purple addictive bait juice, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I do a quick scan around the apothecary to see if I see any vials of a similar purple description?
Sure.
Ooh, good idea.
Roll a cunning check.
Happily. Um.
He's
So
a cunning
I feel
guy.
like you're doing this while you're having your conversation.
Yeah. So I won't do a magic about it. That would be cheeky.
Mhm.
That is a 5.
You look around. You look around the entire space, and you're not seeing like any liquids of like the same description.
Mhm.
You do see like an open book, like you assume like an apothecary's like diary, sort of,
Mhm.
and there's like a pressed like purple-ish like flower, essentially,
Mm.
uh, that reminds you of the color, but you're not sure if it's like the same nature as what you're looking for.
Yeah. I'll just make a mental note of the flower so I can describe it to Flynn and see if that jogs any memories for him and his magicness
Sure.
and his mage training.
As you kind of notice that, I think I'm gonna call the session for today,
Yes.
Sounds
uh,
good.
and then we will continue from the next day. As I don't think we really got around to it, but you didn't really have a job for today, and that was
I was actually just about to ask that.
that was
Yeah.
by intention due to your harrowing experience the previous night.
Yes. I'm still very
Thanks.
injured. I still have a wound.
Oh yeah. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Do we not? How do we heal wounds?
You have to spend the day trying to heal the wound, essentially. So,
Ah,
that would basically be that would basically mean that you can't make like a work check for the day.
I
Yeah.
see.
Okay. Can I do that? Because I feel like for today, for the 2 work slots, I only really worked with Irvine on on the script. I don't think I made any other roll.
Oh, yeah, no, that's true. Yeah. I will, yeah,
Okay.
that's fair enough.
But you would
Cool.
have no wounds, right?
I'll say, hit a 2 on a constitution check.
Oh, it's a 1d4. Okay. I have 6 things. I have 6 things though, so I'm fine. That's a 4. I'm fucking hearty as a
Hey.
horse.
So yes, you are, I think, by now you're back on full health.
Hell yeah, indeed I am.
Cool. Okay, then that's where we will end the session, as you are healed of your sickness.
Yeah.
Nice.